I just got back from a recent face painting job and I want to go over how to clean your face painting brushes. If this is something that you're interested in learning about, this is what we're going to be talking about. This is the Art Teacher Maven channel where we talk about all things art education and artsy. So I have my dirty brushes and I have sterilized my sink ahead of time because I'm really, I want to be cautious because these are things we use on people's faces. So I want to make sure that I clean them properly. So I have my bar of soap. I use a non-toxic organic soap because it goes on people's faces, the brushes I mean. So I'm just going to put my bar of soap into this glass of water, and forgive me if the water sounds are loud on the microphone. I'm just going to make a little bit of soapy water to start soaking my brushes in. And we can see the water is a little bit cloudy from the soap, and we're just going to start soaking them to the side. And then you want to get yourself a mesh basket. I could put links down below in the description box, but this is a metal stainless steel colander that you can sterilize quite easily. I have a silicone sponge. And the cool thing about it is it has a loop at the top, so if you'd like this to become your permanent basket that you clean brushes in, you could actually secure this with like a zip tie or something else, like a bread tie, to the top of the basket. And we have our bar of soap. So, and then I'm going to have another cup of water that I'm going to use to rinse the brushes with. I'm going to put a little bit of white vinegar in here to help wash out the soap. So I'll show you the little process that I go through. We'll take a bigger brush because it's more fun to demonstrate with. So we have the brush, it's wet. We're going to get some soap on it. Get it all nice and filled with soap. You can see there. And then you can hold your silicone textured sponge, or if you had it attached, you wouldn't have to, but I'm just going to hold the side of the basket and run your brush up and down. And you can see it's already starting to come clean. We're just going to get some more water and fill it up with soap again. This is where I'm going to rinse it and use the bar of soap. And this is where I'm going to put all the brushes after I soap them up, and then I rinse them all at the end. And you just are going to repeat the process of soaping up your brush. We're going to go through it for each one and using the texture of the silicone sponge to work the paint out. And then put it in the water to soak. And then when I'm done doing all these brushes that I have here, I would take them and I would rinse them. So I put the water back on and use my hands as a washboard. Just check that we get out all the color that we can. Some brushes are just going to be stained and stay that color. And we're just going to make sure they're nice and clean. The water that's coming out of the bristles is clean. And then when you've reached that point of you feel satisfied, you're going to lay your brushes on a towel flat. When we put them like this, the water can go into this part of the handle of the brush, and it can make your brush fall apart faster because the water is going into here where there can be glue and other products that the water can break it down. So we don't want to dry them like this. We want to dry them flat or at a little bit of an angle into the towel so they dry, and then they are ready to use for your next face painting job or whatever you're doing with your brushes. But this is just how I clean them because I want to make sure that they're nice and sterile for children's faces. Another thing I can show you cleaning is the little, I don't know what you call these guys, these little, you put them on your finger and then you dab on the stencil. So you would get these wet, Same method. Load it with soap. Clean it against the silicone sponge. What I like about the silicone sponge is it can be really sterilized. And repeat the process. Put these in water to soak. Repeat that process. And then for the sponges, I put these in water with white vinegar. And then I just keep doing this until they run clean. Also, the black ones are just a little bit nicer because they don't have that stained color. So they always kind of look clean, but in a bowl, you put some white vinegar and some soap and just keep working at them until they come all the way clean. And that is my process after a face painting job. And I hope that you find that helpful. I'm going to keep cleaning the rest of my brushes, and I hope that you have a great day.